Hey everyone, so one of the benefits of being in quarantine or lockdown is that I'm actually getting more access to attending, so to speak, masterclasses with different brands, with different makeup artists, things that I would not normally be able to do because those things are usually held in New York City or LA and usually weren't shared via the internet. But all the brands had to pivot, and something a lot of them have been doing is offering Zoom classes. And one that I was most recently able to attend was held through Skin Store with the brand Rodial. And the class itself was held by Maria, also known as Mrs. Rodial, the founder and CEO of Rodial. It was an amazing experience. Thank you to Skin Store for inviting me. This video is not sponsored, but as a gift to all of you, Skin Store has offered me a code to use. I believe it's for 25% off, and the code is just Marnie, M-A-R-N-I-E. I will put all the particulars down in the description box. I would love for you to learn some of the tips or tricks that I've learned and learn a little bit more about some of the products that they talked about. So keep on watching and I will walk you through all of this. And if you think this looks familiar, it's because this is the exact makeup look that I was wearing in my previous video. If you missed it, it will be linked up here. And at the end of this video, the Marnie and Michael moment. So before I jump into the makeup part of this, which I am most looking forward to, I do want to convey some of the information that I learned in the Rodial Masterclass. First of all, it was so cool to see it being conducted by the founder of the brand, even without makeup. Absolutely flawless, no uneven pigmentation, just stunningly beautiful. It was really neat to see her use her own products and talk about them, and just the enthusiasm you could see in her eyes and hear in her voice. Anyway, it was very contagious. So I actually started using this. This was sent to me through the PR that was associated with attending this Zoom masterclass with Rodial. And the first product that I want to talk about is one I've started using with some trepidation. It is it's from Rodial, and it's the collagen drops. And the reason I say some trepidation is because historically I have not had great luck with using any kind of collagen, either topically or ingesting it. I tend to break out in cystic acne. Now I have noticed a couple breakouts here, but nothing on my cheeks, which is normally where it comes. So I'm gonna continue to give this a go and see what happens. So let me tell you a little bit about this. Now this is part of your skincare routine. You would put this on. I put this on after I wash my face, after I do my SkinCeuticals serums, and then this comes next. About 80% of your skin is made up of collagen when you're young, I should say. And then as you get older, that percentage starts dropping. I believe it starts to decrease about 1% per year after age 30, I wanna say. So I'm 18 years after it. What is that? Now I'm down to 62% collagen. Anyway, the lack of collagen is what causes the lack of firmness, the sagging in the skin. You know how we always kind of joke about lifting everything up. Collagen does that to young, beautiful, bouncy, firm skin. So this guy is 30% collagen, and what it's supposed to do, and I can't tell if it's doing it because they say it takes 4 to 6 weeks to tell, is it basically kind of helps replace some of the collagen that you've lost. It does create a barrier that locks in moisture and thickens the top layer of your skin, which is important. It's supposed to increase firmness, improve the look of sagginess, and it's also supposed to help combat dryness. All things I could use some help with, so I will continue to use this. You're supposed to use it morning and night, about 3 to 6 drops, pat it all over your face. I'll keep you posted. Another product that I knew about and I've used in the past, but I'm saving them for when I actually leave my house and other people will see me, are the Dragon's Blood eye patches. These are fabulous. They're jelly eye patches. They're supposed to help with hydration and tone, like with dark circles. It does contain hyaluronic acid, which is obviously important in moisturizing, and it contains raspberry ketones. The raspberry ketones, we have been told, are supposed to help increase the metabolism of the skin under your eyes, which helps reduce the look of dark circles and puffiness. I'm just telling you the information we were told. Again, I haven't tried that recently, so I'll keep you posted and we shall see. If any of you have tried it, please let me know in the comments below. Let me know how it worked out for you. Now onto the products that I can tell you for sure that I am enjoying and that I used the other day when I did my makeup for the Marnie and Michael video. The first thing from Rodial was the Instant Glow Primer. This can be used all by itself. Very similar, I think, to the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, except it's only one shade. And so you can use it as a primer, you can mix it in with your foundation, you can even tap it on top of your foundation, almost like a highlighter, wherever you want to highlight. So I used it only as a primer. It kind of has a faint yellow tint to it, I guess. And what I did was I patted it on, kind of swiped it on. Can you see now? There is some slight pigmentation to it. Kind of swiped it on the areas I wouldn't mind having a little more luminosity. I avoided my chin. It does have a faint, clean scent. And then instead of patting it in, I love using a brush. BK Beauty 106 brush, I feel like is the ultimate multi-purpose brush. I feel like it gives you the same kind of glow that the Hollywood Flawless Filter does without the tint. I think if you have incredibly flawless skin to begin with and just want to look a little more awake and luminous and youthful with that fresh glow, that's great. If you're looking for this to give any kind of coverage, you will be disappointed. It does say skin will feel cooled, calmed, and prepped for makeup, and there is a cooling sensation on my skin, which would feel pleasant if it wasn't currently 35 degrees outside. Okay, moving on. Like always, even though there's a product I'm gonna talk about that helps with dark circles, I always use the Trish McAvoy Instant Eye Lift under my eyes. I will pat that in real quickly. And then the foundation that I used in Sunday's video was an oldie but a goodie, the La Mer Soft Fluid Focus Foundation. I just figured, why am I not using this? I paid a lot of money for this. It is expensive. 2 pumps. I wear the shade Ivory. I need to use it and not save it. And it is a beautiful foundation, and I will say it does miraculously last an incredibly long time. Probably a pump and a half would be better. I'm gonna just dab it and then kind of swirl. That's how I generally do my foundation. It's funny, in all the classes that I have been attending virtually lately, the makeup artist always says to concentrate foundation in the center of the face because that's where you need the most coverage. And I have to say, I find that to be really annoying because that's not where I personally need the most coverage. Most of my discoloration is on the perimeter of my face. So, you know, take these things with a grain of salt. They're also working on models who are maybe 20 years old and who just don't have the same skin issues that I do, or that many of us who are watching this do. So it was interesting to learn like different techniques and things like that, but you know, you still have to kind of pick and choose what works for you, what works for your skin type, your daily life, etc. I will say that Maria did not wear any foundation during this process, but she literally looked like she was wearing foundation. Her skin was so flawless. I guess she's a walking advertisement for the efficacy of her skincare products. Okay, next is a product I have not been talking about, but I've been wearing it and I need to tell you about it. It will be in February favorites. It's from Trini London. They sent this to me and it's their BFF Serum Eye Concealer, and I am really enjoying this product immensely. It has a nice kind of cooling tip. So the idea is you squeeze them out, you use the applicator to spread it around and pat it in. I use it to start patting it in, and then I give up and end up patting it in either with my fingers or brush. So I'm not squeezing any more out, but I'm spreading it around, and then I'm getting bored with that, so I will pat it in. So just using my ring finger, I just pat it in. I find that it gives really nice coverage. It blends in, it basically sinks seamlessly into the skin, and I think it's really nice on older eyes or eyes that have dry skin. Okay, I'm gonna put on a lip product. The lip product that I was wearing in the Michael and Marnie video was this. It doesn't really lend any color. It's from La Mer. It's the Lip Volumizer. It was sent to me in a PR package from La Mer. It's the first time they reached out to me out of nowhere, actually. just got a random email saying, we'd love to send you some goodies for Valentine's Day. You want them? Yeah, wait, it's La Mer. So let me show you that package because they sent me two. One for me and one for one of you. So it came in this really cute big cardboard box, Love is in the Air from La Mer. And then it opens like so. And inside is the lip volumizer, their famous moisturizing cream, and then their, I think, pretty famous face oil as well. And I would love to send this to one of you.
Inside is the lip volumizer, their famous moisturizing cream, and their, I think, pretty famous, well added to your shopping list.
So be sure to open up the description box to find the link to the raffle copter with all the information about the giveaway and how you enter, because I would like to give this to one of you to try it on your own. Let's get on to the next product, also from Rodial. This one was fascinating. It's the Banana Lowlighter. I have no idea why she calls it a lowlighter because it's most definitely more of a highlighter product. She uses it under her eyes before foundation, but it can also be used on top of foundation and your under eye concealer to brighten the under eye area. This is one of their most popular products. It keeps selling out. Hopefully it is still in stock if you want to take a look at it. It does have caffeine in it, so it helps with puffiness and dark circles, and can be worn alone or, like I said, over concealer. The kind of the point of the Zoom call that we went on, it has a big, also, hang on, let me back up. It has a big doe foot applicator with like a little well at the tip to hold more products. I'm gonna scrape some of that off. Kind of the whole point of the Zoom call we were on was how to look good fast for a Zoom call, and so she used that Instaglow primer all over. She had prepped by using the eye patches and the collagen drops for skincare, and then this was supposed to brighten. I would say those are all great things if you have flawless skin, but some of us need a little more help than she did. So I just put it under my eyes, and again, I wish I had do I have a slightly smaller brush? No. I'm just gonna pat it in with the 106. It does really brighten, it's something. And then before everything starts creasing, I am gonna set it with powder, and lately I can't get enough of this Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. And the masterclass I watched there, the artist actually set the under eyes with something else, and then at the end, after you've done everything to set it again, brightened with this. So I may go back at the end of this and add more, but I don't think I'm gonna need it considering how many brightening products I have used already. All right, I'm gonna finish with the rest of the complexion products, and then we'll hop on to the eyes. I will list all the products that I use down in the description box. Now, another Zoom class I got to attend, and I'm not gonna go into all of the stuff that I learned there, was from Catrice, and they talked about one of their new foundation releases, and I'll do that in another video because I have more things I want to do with that one. There's just so much to talk about. The palette they sent me, it's called the Pro Slim Shadow Palette and the Neon Earth option. And admittedly, I've not played with a bunch of these shades, but I've played with a few, so I'm just going to recreate the look that I did there. So the first thing I did using a big fluffy brush was went in with Cosmo, which direction, there it is. It's sort of that neutral mid-tone brown, a little more on the cool side, I guess, even though this palette runs pretty warm. And I just sort of windshield wipered it in the socket line, actually pretty quickly. Using the pencil brush from BK Beauty, the 207, take that same color, run it under the eyes, and connect it with the crease shade. Then I took a flat brush, the 239, and I went in with the color next to it, actually, Elements, which is a very shimmery shade. And I pressed it all along the lid, and then again, lean in a little, went not just to the crease, but all the way up to the socket line. It's a very similar shade to the crease shade, except that it is a shimmer shade. Then I flipped the brush over and used the shade Spark right on top of it. It's more of a golden coppery shade, and I just popped it right in the center and carried it all the way up. Layering shimmer shades is really fun. And then I took my finger and I went in with the lightest shimmer shade called Lightning right there, sort of a champagne-y gold. These shadows are very creamy. And then I just kind of popped that in the middle of the other two shades. And then the very last step is I just took like an eyeliner type brush. This is from the Nabla collection. And I went in with the darkest brown matte shade, which is called Eclipse right there. And all I did was just draw a little line right at the lash line. Just this tiniest shadow. Oh, you know what? There was one more thing I did. I took this sort of ivory shade and it's called Desert. And I just put that up here. Oh, let's blend out that a little bit. Just on the brow bone. Just kind of blend it all together. Okay, let me curl my lashes and pop on some mascara. So that's it. That's the look that I wore in my previous video. I find it to be relatively quick, easy, and can be worn in a number of situations, including if you aren't leaving your house at all. I hope you found that interesting. It's been really fun to share some of the things I'm picking up as I get exposed to different makeup artists and different brands. Again, please check the description box. I would love to give this to one of you. So go ahead and enter. And like I said, everything will be described in the description box as far as rules go and deadlines and all that good stuff. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I do truly appreciate all the time that you spend with me. I hope you continue to do so. So I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys.